Dhyan is a process through which you light up the flame of awareness within yourself. It's like entering into a temple and submitting yourself to the higher power. In Dhyan, you do the same thing. Just the way we take the shoes outside the temple, it's only symbolic. What we need to do is drop our ego, our identifications, and the consciousness is always there. As you go higher, you realize that consciousness is nothing but you. In the presence of consciousness, all the understandings about the sansar, rather misunderstandings about the sansar, disappear. Just the way once the sun comes, the fog, the haziness, the morning dew, everything just disappears. But for that, we need to have an inquisitive mind, enthusiasm to find out the inner structure of our psyche. In presence of the ultimate sun, ultimate light of consciousness, once it becomes alive, in its presence, all our sufferings become non-suffering. But the ego refuses to die. We keep on thinking of our problems. That's why the thoughts keep coming. People get attached to their problems because that is their sense of identification. The ego wants to attach itself to a lot of things. People want to hold on to their problems because even if the problems are giving them sufferings, at least it makes them feel that they exist. People want attention from others. They love to relate their problems in front of everybody. And when they receive the sympathy from others, they are happy. This is the horizontal living that everyone is living. Thinking about the problems, brooding about the problems, describing it to others, and then getting a satisfaction out of sympathetic responses. All these things are futile efforts to remain alive. Realizing that you exist. This is a false sense of existence because the sansar has no interest in your problems. And yet, out of civility, they will show interest in your problems. But at the same time, the problems are always going to be the same. To transcend and understand all these problems, you need to go deeper to analyze your problems and where your mistake has been. And raise the sense of awareness within yourself. Once the light of awareness lights up within you, the importance of problems also start going down. Not only you don't feel like sharing your problems up with others, but within yourself also, these problems stop bothering you. They become less significant. The divinity that is within you is contagious for its peace, for its steadfastness. The sthitaprajna state does not let you waver. But for that, inner journey is necessary. Your problems are your problems, and only you can solve them. Looking for solutions from outside, from the sansara, is not going to happen. Discussing the problems will only intensify your attachment to the problems, and the life will pass on without ever realizing that there was an inner solution present all the time. Our wrong sense of identifications with the mind and the body creates these problems in the first place. But mind and the body are not real. If your soul disappears, mind and body have no value. Mind cannot think without the life force that's within you, and mind cannot act without the body that it's in. So mind and body complex becomes alive in the presence of Atma. Atma is like a catalytic agent, just like if you want to combine 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, they both may be sitting side by side, nothing will happen. But an electrical spark is necessary. That electricity doesn't necessarily go within the water that is finally created out of hydrogen and oxygen. But just the presence is necessary for the reaction to happen. Same way, the whole sansara is happening day to day. All the kriyas that are happening, all the karmas that are happening, they seem to be performed by the mind and the body. But real catalyst, which is present everywhere, is the soul, the life force, the consciousness Whether the karmas are good or bad, it doesn't matter. The common thing between all these karmas is the presence of awareness. Without the presence of awareness, good or bad, none of the karmas can be performed. So we need to go to the source where the highest sense of awareness exists. But we have to also realize that it only stays in each activity as a witness. It witnesses everything, but the soul doesn't get corrupted, doesn't do the stealing, doesn't do the good deeds, donations, whatever it is, all the karmas stop at the mind level. Soul has nothing to do with that, and yet without the soul nothing can happen. So our goal in dhyan is to go within to solve our own problems and take the journey to the soul, settle into the soul, remain as a witness for all the life events. Then the goal of spirituality is achieved. You drop your identifications with the mind and the body. This is where the karmas are created. But remaining awake, alert, and as a witness to all the things that you're doing in your life, the quality of life will change. Remaining as a witness for all the actions that you perform will change the way you live life. As you realize, Atma is only a witness. It cannot take anything. It cannot give anything. So remain a witness, because body has no desires. Mind has desires. But a dead body which had a mind and the body few seconds ago, it cannot perform any actions. Even if you give money to the dead body, it cannot keep it. But in the presence of soul, everything becomes alive. So the soul is a catalyst for all the actions happening, and yet it does not participate in the action. So remaining as a witness for all the actions will remove your doership. And when the doership is removed, all your karmas come to an end. You have new sense of identity. Then you realize all your past karmas which were done, they were done at the mind and the body level. So you remove your role from those karmas. Of course, those karmas, you have to respond to that. And the results of those karmas will come as a suffering, which you can just witness and not form the new karmas, because your doership has changed. Your identification has changed. That's how in samadhi state you dissolve all your karmas and enjoy the bliss state of samadhi. Have a good day.